Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. This is a day that you could say has a motto to it, and the motto is think fast, act wisely, and keep your heart open. The sun today is at 1 moving to 2 degrees of love, beauty, and social justice-oriented air sign of Libra. And the moon today moves from the very communicative air sign of Gemini into the more heartfelt, protective, ultra-sensitive water sign of Cancer. And that happens early in the day where there are a lot of busy astrological aspects, and it just kind of flows over the whole rest of the day, which is relatively unaspected. The first aspect that the moon makes is a hard square, 90-degree angle to Neptune, the planet of dreams and visions, at 28 degrees of Pisces. So when the moon is at 28 Gemini, it makes this hard 90-degree angle, and that's kind of a, gee, I'm glad I'm in bed and I don't want to deal with the world kind of energy. That occurs 5 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 1 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But we do have to deal with the world because the moon then makes an awkward angle, 150-degree, adapt, adjust, accommodate, inconjunct angle to Pluto, the Lord of Power, sitting at 29 degrees of Capricorn at 7:19 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 10:19 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 3:19 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Not a lot of fun. But then the moon does move into its home sign, which is the water sign of Cancer, at 7:50 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 10:50 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 3:50 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So we're here in the white that's always associated with the moon, and the peacefulness of the blue of Libra. And that is important because the first aspect that the moon makes is a lovely trine, a nice flowing angle from one water sign to another, to Venus, which has just entered Scorpio. So the moon, when it gets to 2 degrees of Cancer, makes a harmonious trine to Venus at 2 of Scorpio, and you just don't get any more loving and passionate and beautiful than that. That occurs at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Nice and sentimental and very beautiful and maybe a little passionate as well. And that's because there is kind of a force kind of knocking on the door there, and hopefully it's not the police, or the hotel manager coming to roust you, but it's actually the moon in a hard square, 90-degree angle to the sun itself. It is the waning quarter moon. We are exactly 1 week from the new moon, which just happens to be a solar eclipse. So the moon at 2 degrees of Cancer makes a hard square to the sun at 2 degrees of Libra at 11:50 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:50 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which means that the next week is a time to finish up projects and kind of pull yourself together because the new moon solar eclipse is coming, and it's a brand new start. One other aspect that's very important today is that Mercury, the planet of communication, which has been in its home sign of Virgo, you will recall, for quite a while now, makes a harmonious trine, a nice swing angle to Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, sudden change, sometimes chaos, but also inspiration and sudden ideas. It's one of those eureka kind of energies, from 27 of Virgo to Uranus at 27 of Taurus. And that occurs at 10:27 a.m., right in the midst of all of this other activity, 10:27 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 6:27 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So the first to mid part of the day is just full of energy. We just might be pulled this way and that. So again, think fast, act wisely, and keep your heart open. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, which is starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, no matter what.